Hey, what's going on? You're watching Make TV, and I'm reviewing the NEX-5T. Once again, this is part two. You can check out the part one review right here. And I thought it'd be prudent to follow up my last review with a part two review because I just got a lot of comments and actually questions like private messaging, and I thought I could answer those questions in this video. So, first thing, I've been using this camera now for vlogging purposes and traveling for a good 5 to 6 months now. And right off the bat, the cons for this camera, it overheats. So I would be, just filming away, vlogging myself. And if I went over, depending, if I went over from 15 minutes to 20 minutes, it would just completely shut off. It would just overheat. It would say something about overheating, and it would just completely shut off, and I wouldn't be able to use it for quite some time until it did cool down. And if you touched it, yeah, it was really hot. So that's a flaw, I would say. Another thing is that this lens, this kit lens that came with, is a 3.5 to 5.6 aperture. It can't stay true to that in low light situations. And so if you're in your room and the sun is already passed, or it's already dusk, or maybe it's even early morning and the sun has not come out yet, you're not really going to be able to get a nice shot, a well-lit shot without any noise in your shot. It's going to boost up automatically. You can't even go back to 3.5. It'll go to 4.0 or something like that, or 4.5. And that's really not ideal because you obviously, you want that blurry backdrop kind of thing. So you're not going to get that in an underlit area. So just make sure that you're well exposed, you're in a well lit area. If you have to, just move closer to the window or something like that. That's something I always do to take advantage of that lower aperture, or that bigger aperture, I'm sorry. So another con would be that you are going to get noise in your shot at about 800 ISO. So you can't really push this camera in low light, period. If you're not well exposed, if you're not in a well lit area, it's really not going to look good. I would just always make sure you or your subject is close to your light source for really taking advantage of this camera. So after a while, I still really love this camera because it's great. It still really sold me on this flip LCD. So it can focus on me as I'm vlogging and stuff like that. And even it's really great for like self-promotional photos, even headshots. I can do headshots. I do my own headshots with this camera. And it's great because it also has this remote that you can download on your phone, and you can see yourself on your phone, and you can see the composition, and you can set up the shot, and you can even finagle your face so you're making the right, facial gestures and stuff like that. And that's really handy because I do a lot of, online marketing and self-promo and promo for other things as well. So that is super awesome. I really love that feature about this camera. If you're doing your own headshots or promo things, and I do that all the time, that's great for social marketing in general. Another thing that I really love is that you can buy these little like filters. And I bought this off eBay for like super cheap, under $10 for sure, just to protect your camera. And you can buy all kinds of things for this camera. I just went with a filter just to protect the camera itself, because I never have the cover on. I'm just too lazy about that, but I will get a filter on it and protect that lens there. So that was super cheap, and I didn't feel that I needed to. Definitely really light. If you're traveling, this is way better than keeping a DSLR on your neck all day as you're traveling. Super light, super easy. You just flip it on, it autofocuses for you. It still has a manual setting on here, so you can finagle with ISO and stuff like that, and shutter and aperture as well. So that's really handy. It has a flash component. If you just want to point and shoot and it's nighttime already, you don't want to have to worry about that stuff. It's got a really, really powerful flash, which is great. You just take that off very easily. You can pop that on really easily if and when you need it. Charges very quickly as well. You can get it to, it probably takes about a good 15 to 20 minutes to fully charge for me. I'm sure that will diminish as time goes on. And it uses SD cards, which is great because I have a whole bunch lying around and I'll just throw a bunch in my pack and change them out when I need to. Also great too, it can shoot in RAW. So I can take this into Lightroom after shooting my self-portraits or headshots very easily and edit completely fine like I need to. No noise whatsoever as long as I'm well lit. And yeah, it's awesome. Still really awesome camera. I'm sure there's something maybe even better, low light wise on the market out there, but I still really stand behind this camera as a vlogging camera. Your, go-to point and shoot, that's like outstanding quality. And yeah, so I like this one. Any questions that you have about this camera or camera related, I'd love to answer them in the comments so that you can make an informed decision about your next camera purchase for vlogging, photography purposes. And yeah, so thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.